Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
Yandra Vinaka, Fiji. In this bulletin, Neighbourhood Watch proves successful. Travel companies take hit amid COVID-19 crisis. And FNPF members warned.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Members of the Bayview Heights community in Suva have joined hands to support police to get rid of criminal elements in the area. The Bayview Heights Council Neighbourhood Watch, which was formed a few months ago due to an increase in home invasions and daylight robbery in the area, is now proving a success. Apinisa Wangarandovu visited the community and files this report.
This Viber group, consisting of over 195 members, are always on the lookout for suspicious activities.
So what our members are doing, they're trying to get passing information to each other through the Viber group if they see something unusual happening in this area. And through this, the police were also involved, and the police are part of the Viber group, and if there is anything, the members advise the police.
The Neighbourhood Watch formed the Viber group after they noted an increase in criminal activities, who claim more such incidents have been recorded in the past month. The latest incident occurred in broad daylight on Tuesday when two ladies were returning home after shopping. Intruders are getting into this community through shortcuts and vacant lots like the one behind me. Businessman Charles Wakeham says by working together as community members, they are more alert and better informed of things happening in the area.
Even I myself, when I got into the Viber group with the rest of the residents, I now know who lives where. So it's something that other communities should also follow.
Wakeham says police have also been working closely with them, carrying out regular patrols, as they are also connected to the Neighbourhood Watch through the Viber group. Apinisa Wangarandovu, FBC News.
Travel agencies in the country are incurring substantial losses due to the cancellation of a number of flights and tourism bookings. Some travel agencies say they started feeling the trickle-down effects of the pandemic since last December, as many Fijians postponed their travel plans. Pranita Prakash reports.
On any normal day, this office would be bustling with staff and customers. But with no flights and bookings to be made, there is no work for them.
We have over 30 people working for us, and no one has yet lost the job. But yes, of course, we have people who are on leave without pay.
9 people employed. None of us have lost our jobs. The directors have put the staff on 50% reduced hours and wages, which will be reviewed towards the end of May.
Travel agents are incurring substantial losses as several bookings have been cancelled, and there is no concrete time frame on when international flights will resume again.
We have lost about $8 million of flown revenue. We lost about, say, $800,000 of gross profit.
For these travel agents to remain in business, the only hope is that the pandemic will end soon and people will start travelling again. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Fijians have been urged to maintain integrity and honesty when applying for FNPF assistance, which has been rolled out in light of COVID-19. Members only qualify for assistance if they have been terminated, are working on reduced pay or hours, have been sent on leave without pay, or are on indefinite leave. FNPF Chief Financial Officer Pravinesh Singh says, in some instances, employers have been provided fraudulent letters by the employees in order to benefit from the assistance.
We also would like to let the employers know that there is a section in the form where they need to indemnify. So please do not get pressured by your employees in providing false information or giving false letters. This is not an opportunity to profit from the assistance that is been rolled out by FNPF and the government.
So we please urge everybody, please, this is going to be a long haul. We need to think laterally, we need to think strategically, we need to think as a nation, as the Honourable Prime Minister said, and to be able to get over this particular phase. And if we're able to do that, then obviously we'll come out a lot better.
FNPF has paid out over $18 million as of last week in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. With social gathering restrictions to be relaxed to some extent, Fijians have been urged to remain responsible. From today, social gatherings of 20 people or fewer will be allowed. Health Minister Dr. Ifiremi Wanganabete says yesterday marked the 39th day since Fiji's first COVID-19 case was confirmed. He also says it's been 9 days since our last confirmed case was recorded. He is urging people to strictly adhere to the precautionary measures in place.
Everybody must play their part. So even though the restrictions has moved back on the day that the curfew will go to 10 p.m., it doesn't mean that we congregate and we stay very close to one another. We must continue to practice social distancing. That is an important part. We must continue to do it.
The municipal councils are ready to assist ratepayers who are facing difficulty paying their dues during this time of crisis. Special Administrators Chair Sikeli Tikunduandua says millions of dollars remain unpaid and the current climate is making the collection more challenging. Tikunduandua is encouraging Fijians to visit their municipal council offices to make arrangements for their payments. The 13 municipal councils are owed an estimated $33 million in rate arrears.
We can actually work out a repayment program that you do not really need to come in and pay in one lump sum, but we can stagger the payments so that it can be, financially viable to the ratepayers.
Barter for Better Fiji is a public Facebook page that was set up last Tuesday and has close to 30,000 members and counting. Page founder Marlene Dutta says the purpose behind the project is a personal one, where she wanted to initiate a space for Fijians to exchange goods with others with a no-cash policy in place. Maggie Boyle with the story.
For Marlene Dutta, Barter for Better Fiji is more than the adage one man's trash is another man's treasure.
A lot of us, we have things accumulated, piled up that we may or may not even use or need anymore, which for somebody else could make a difference in their life.
In 1805, the trade of goods was commonplace here in Numbukalo Creek. You would have Fijians coming in from the islands to trade their fish and root crops with Europeans here for tools and other necessities. It appears 200 years later that barter system is re-emerging, albeit on social media.
Some of the more common trades have seen the exchange of baked goods for seedlings, wine for books, coconuts for root crops. There have been also exchanges that tug at the heartstrings, people giving things away for free, a mother wanting to trade her hairdryer for baby formula.
The way people are engaging on within the group, the positivity, the light, it's been joyous actually to try and administer this process and to help facilitate some of these things.
And with the page's growing interest, the future for this space looks promising.
Even when everything's back to whatever normal is, but we'll just something that we can do just to help people share the Earth's resources in a more meaningful way.
Among some of the more standout exchanges so far has been a kayak for a whole live pig. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Coming up, women rugby reps to make tough decision, and Fiji Sports Council plans for refurbishment.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina nona baksa ngai ka wala loma takina ngwani. Dalamina oya wa meliki. Bulre oya wa Samuel Samuli. Nama kikira oya na be mataka. Moniti kina magrombuka. Ni waitini kalimana miniti me ona kina tini na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji One nandopo ibiti.
Indaw kina na mataka. Dandra paina singabo.
7-star Lavinia Thinai has a tough decision to make whether to play for the Olympic Games or the Women's Rugby World Cup in 2021. Thinai, who plays both codes, is aware that the final decision will come from the coaches. World Rugby has confirmed that the World Cup date will remain September 18th, giving players only 6 weeks to recover from the postponed Tokyo Olympic Games in July.
Because you just need to perform, and if there is a new layout, that will be a tough decision to do, because you would like to play on both 7s and 15s.
Tinai and Rusila Nangasar were part of the team that helped Fijiana qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games in 7s and a first ever Rugby World Cup in 15s. Fiji Airways national men's 7s coach Gareth Baber is confident with the plan in place in their bid to retain the HSBC title come September. One of the Welshmen's main concerns is players deviating from training amid the restrictions in place. Baber says they have plans on what needs to be done post-COVID-19.
Quite confident, and we know the planning that these boys need to do. We know the levels they've got to be at to play in a World Series and to win a gold medal in the Olympics. So, you know, we're pretty much planned around what we need to do coming out of the COVID-19 times and what we need to do to get back on and win the series.
The Fiji Sports Council is hoping that their plans for the refurbishments at the Damoda Aquatic Centre and the National Hockey Centre is not sidetracked due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Though the council is adamant to reveal the total cost of the refurbishment, Council Chair Peter Maisie says they have big plans for the two facilities, which was due to be closed. Maisie says for the Vodafone Arena, they are currently doing maintenance work on it since its upgrade in 2013.
Big plans at the moment for the Damoda Aquatic Centre. That's due to be closed and totally renovated. We're hoping we can still do that this year, and the same with the hockey centre. So those facilities are the last ones that we want to do a lot of work on.
The council recently completed the Vodafone Arena renovation project, which cost about $16.7 million. And taking a look at the weather map, cloudy conditions with a chance of afternoon showers over the group today. And that is UFBC Morning News. Join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Remember, in times of crisis, you need factual news that you can trust. Stop believing fake news about the COVID-19 on social media. Fight misinformation by getting only the facts about the coronavirus from verified news sources like FBC TV's radio and digital media news. www.fbcnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही हैं।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।